you can gain like 0.5 to 1 full inch just by doing that.
I don't think if you're actually gonna gain like half an inch, you're definitely not gonna gain an inch, but perhaps you can gain half an inch by getting 2. How's it going, boys? In today's video, we're going to be reacting to More Plates, More Dates. So apparently Derek here, which is a channel that I follow and I watch most of his videos, apparently he has a method in which you can gain almost around an inch without using extenders, pumps, or any manual exercises. And in today's video, we're gonna be looking at it and I'm gonna be giving you my personal opinion on that method he's mentioning in this video. Before we begin, if you guys like such videos, I really appreciate it if you like it for the sake of the algorithm, and make sure to comment as well because it helps the channel out a lot. And anyways, let's begin watching Derek's video.
What's up, guys? Derek from moreplatesmoredates.com. Today we're going to be talking about how to increase the size of your penis without using pumps, stretchers, devices in general, or manual exercises. So this is something, obviously those are all things that are largely important if you care about enhancement whatsoever and will be the main factors in actually getting you new size that you don't currently have. But what I'm talking about is something that goes completely overlooked a lot of the time, and that is what is called the fat.
Okay, so first thing he is mentioning that, you know, if you actually want to make your dick bigger, using devices and pumps is what's going to make the actual change. But now he's talking about something else that perhaps most people are not paying attention to.
Fat pad. So if you are above 10% body fat, right above your Johnson, you have something called a fat pad. And this is basically just a layer of fat that's over top of inner penis.
Okay, so something that he mentioned, I don't know if he realizes that pretty much everybody is above 10% body fat. Hell, even people that have like visible abs, like pretty much fully defined six-pack abs, are usually above 10% or 10% body fat. So to be honest, to get to below 10% body fat, I mean, maybe I've gotten to 9% body fat once in my life, you know, blasting gear and being on a super strict diet. But for you guys that have tried getting below 10% body fat, you guys know that it's nearly impossible, especially for somebody who's natural, to be, you know, healthy, have a good mood, have proper hormone balance, and be below 10% body fat. So being below 10% body fat is, in my opinion, less achievable than actually using stretching devices, pumps, and whatnot. Because, you know, using stretchers and pumps and whatnot, I mean, you can do it for an hour or 2 per day and you're done and you're probably gonna see noticeable results. But to become below 10% body fat, you have to diet all the time. You have to be extremely strict. You probably have to work out and do a bunch of cardio, but the main thing is you have to diet very, very strictly. Like, I used to be very strict with diet and I was really ripped in previous days and I was still not below 10% body fat. Like, I was maybe at 10% body fat. So anyway, let's continue watching this video.
Is pretty much what it's called. And essentially, if you push this pad in, you'll notice that more of your Johnson becomes revealed that would have otherwise not been revealed.
So what he's saying is correct. It's 100% correct. That basically if you take your finger and you try to press right above your dick, try to press as hard as you can, you're gonna see that your fingers are basically gonna go in like half an inch to an inch, depending how much fat you're packing. And again, that is size that is hidden, but in my opinion, it's kind of difficult to lose that layer of fat, especially for people that don't have that much fat, like myself.
And this is your inner penis. So what a lot of guys don't realize is that you can easily gain half an inch just by getting shredded. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, if you actually...
Okay, that's something that I don't know if he realizes, because like he's blasting most of the time. He's obviously a jacked guy. He's obviously like very low on body fat. But what he's saying is you can easily gain half an inch by getting shredded. There's like a a huge contradiction here, because easily and getting shredded don't go hand in hand. Like, it's very difficult to get shredded. It's dieting for months and months and like being extremely strict all the time to maintain low body fat percentage. Like, it's not fun. Like, you're gonna be hungry all the time, you're gonna be angry all the time. Your hormones and your testosterone level, obviously if you're natural and trying to get to 10% body fat or below, your testosterone is just gonna drop. So it's anything but easy to get to 10% body fat or less.
If you took your fat pad right now, let's say you're not shredded, because obviously not a lot of people are like very, very, very lean. So most guys have some fat pad to work with here. So there's something called bone press length and non-bone press length. And what that is basically if you took a ruler and you put it on top of yourself, what your measurement would be of what your Johnson is. And then also if you push that ruler as hard as you could into your body right above it, what would your measurement be? And everyone's bone pressed length is typically a decent amount longer than their non-bone pressed length. And the reason for that is because there's that layer of fat between the amount you're bone pressing when you push it into your bone and the amount of fat sitting there when it's non-bone pressed. So you have that much, however much length of fat tissue between you, your skin, and the bone. And that amount of fat is size that's just hidden because of you being fat. Well, not...
Okay, so he's right about that. The bone press length is different from the non-bone press length, because with the ruler you can basically push to get to that kind of bone barrier, and then you can basically gain half an inch, being bone pressed. But to say that if you have some fat over there that you're actually fat, like I'm at around 12% body fat or something like this. I'm still lean. I have a body that is fitter than most people, and I still have like a good half an inch layer of fat over there. And to get to below that body fat percentage, it's simply difficult to maintain. So I don't know if he realizes that doing that is actually much harder than stretching and pumping.
Not necessarily fat, but more fat than you could be, pretty much. So a lot of guys don't realize this, and what you can easily do is, well, it depends how easy you consider dieting and doing cardio and training,
exactly.
But if you just got from, let's just say hypothetically, you're 20% body fat, and you get down to like 8 to 10%, you can gain like 0.5 to 1 full inch just by doing that.
Okay, here he's actually saying something that I agree with. If you are 20% body fat, which is pretty fat, like you are, I don't know, according to the BMI index, you're probably like kind of considered fat. Getting to 10% body fat, which by no means is easy, is gonna be much more difficult than stretching your dick a couple of hours per day. You're definitely gonna notice difference, because 20%, I mean, you're above the kind of healthy range, right? But the thing is that, at least in my opinion, most people are gonna vary between like, I don't know, 12 to 15% body fat. And I don't think if you're actually gonna gain like half an inch, you're definitely not gonna gain an inch, but perhaps you can gain half an inch by getting to 10% body fat from say 15, but that's gonna be pretty difficult. And to maintain 10% body fat, I mean, you can look around people that try to do that naturally. You can get there, but you're gonna feel tired, you're gonna feel hungry all the time. Your testosterone is gonna be dropping to kind of compensate for the low body fat so that you can basically store more fat, because your body doesn't function optimally at 10% body fat. Like 10% body fat, you're basically ripped, especially as a natural. Sure, if you're enhanced, you're probably gonna keep it. It's much easier to keep it, but being natural, I can't see anybody kind of maintaining that for long term.
And it's not you physically like doing anything to make yourself bigger. It's just your own Johnson being hidden and then coming out, because you no longer have that distance of fat between your skin and the bone. It's just like bone, small bit of fat, skin, as opposed to before it was bone, big layer of fat, skin. So something a lot of people don't realize, it's like the same thing with abs. Like your abs are there. They're always there. You just can't see them because they're under a layer of fat. And then as you lose that fat, they become more visible and they pop out more. Same thing with your Johnson. So A lot of people don't realize this. Good tip for you guys if you are interested in.
Okay, so I do agree with him. Everybody has abs, you just can't see them. But if to be honest, like, it's gonna be much easier for you to see your abs than to get to 10% body fat. Like, you're gonna see your abs way before you get to 10% body fat. Like at 12% body fat, most people are gonna see defined like abs. 10%, you're gonna look ripped. And to get to that is gonna be pretty difficult. My take on it is he's 100% right about it, but to use extenders and stretchers and hanging and pumping is gonna be much easier and is gonna be much faster to actually see results. Like, you can do hanging a couple hours and pumping per day, and you're probably going to see like half an inch to an inch in a few months. But to get to 10% body fat, sure, you might say gain half an inch, but the question is, are you gonna be able to maintain it? Are you gonna be able to maintain 10% body fat? That means being on a strict diet all the time, or doing insane amount of cardio all the time if you wanna eat, you know, relatively comfortably. So in my opinion, I'd rather, you know, stretch and pump and whatnot than be on such strict diet. Nevertheless, it's a great video for people that are, you know, above 20% body fat. This is great advice. I'd highly recommend you to go down to maybe 12%, 13%, which is something that you probably can maintain and still, you know, have a comfortable diet and, you know, eat out and have some cheat meals here and there. But dude, 10% body fat, I've gotten to that maybe once or twice in my life, and that took months of dedication. Cardio 3 times a week, training 3 to 4 times a week, being on a strict diet. It's not an optimal thing to do. So just my take on it. I'm gonna leave links to everything I personally use and the results that I've personally gained down in the description of this video below. Let me know what you guys think about Derek's method. I love his channel, but saying that 10% body fat is kind of an easy way to achieve size, slightly disagree with that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, make sure to like it. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. And anyways, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye-bye.